That was terrible.
That was crap. That was garbage. This place sucks.
Overreaction Monday.
All right, Christopher, what do you have?
All right, here we go. Let's go to the second half. We've been talking a lot about the defense, and let's go right to it. The Rams defense won the game in the second half.
That's a fact. Yes, they did. They won the game in the second half. I know we're going to be talking about that 15-play drive to win it, but the fact that 15-play drive was to win it, not to tie it, or the fact that they had a chance to win the game at all because the Bengals came out and hit them in the mouth right after halftime with a touchdown, a shocking touchdown, a touchdown that has been unprecedented. We've never seen a second half open with a first snap from scrimmage with a touchdown. That was the first time we've ever seen that. We've never seen a first snap from scrimmage in any half of a Super Bowl go for 6. So I will say that Aaron Donald making sure it was still a one-score game by making sure that the subsequent interception after that half opening score only led to 3 points, and then even every time Stafford and the offense failed from the 50, which they did twice in a row at the end of the third and starting the fourth, Donald and that defense came back and kept it where it was. So I will say that is not an overreaction, sir.
Yeah, and continuing on that, Rich, you mentioned the big third down sack to hold them to a field goal, Cincinnati. The game changed when the Bengals just tried to fight Aaron Donald on the sideline.
I'll say that's an overreaction.
You don't think that just made him angry and then he just decided to take over?
That's an overreaction.
Yeah, kind of felt like
I
that.
did say earlier in the show, and I'll repeat it here, it was a message sender, and it was also something that kind of jolted the Rams to say, all right, things aren't going our way right now. I'm going to start, throwing my weight around. And he literally did throw his weight around right there. So I'll just go saying that's an overreaction, Christopher.
All right, fair. Cooper Kupp MVP yesterday. Well deserving. He was awesome. 2 touchdowns. He just completed the greatest wide receiver season ever.
I think you could say that. And I understand that we're talking about Jerry Rice here.
Randy Moss's 23 touchdowns.
Or also the fact that Megatron had more receiving yards in a season, but when you win the triple crown of a league year, most receiving yards, most receptions, most receiving touchdowns, and others have done that before. And when you then win Offensive Player of the Year coming off of that, and others have done that before, and when you win a Super Bowl MVP, other receivers have done that before, and Jerry Rice is the only one to have ever had a career in which he's done all of those 3, right. And Kupp just did all 3 of those in the same year. I would say that this is not an overreaction and an outstanding argument in favor of Cooper Kupp having had the greatest receiving season ever,
Do you think, follow-up, that Cooper Kupp is on his way to the Hall of Fame now? We've been talking a lot about Matthew Stafford. What about Cooper Kupp Hall of Fame?
There's no question that he's on that path now. He's placed himself in that trajectory. Yes, sir. It's not an overreaction.
No?
He's placed himself in that trajectory.
I mean, there's still a lot of receivers out there, man, who... Look at Cliff Branch, who finally, 40 years after he retires?
And for some reason, the Hall of Fame selectors have something up there,
about wide receivers.
About wide receivers.
Yeah,
I don't
Hines
get
Ward,
it.
Torrey Holt.
Get it. It could be that there are more eligible Hall of Fame or worthy candidates at that position more than any other position.
That's a good argument to be made.
I mean, that may be the reason why, that it's the largest line waiting at the door, because so many people have a resume that is considered Hall of Fame worthy or have great games and big games that you can't tell the story of the NFL without, more than running backs or even quarterbacks. But, I'm just saying what Kupp has done already, and if he continues to do it regular and post and put another ring on a finger, how do you not consider him Hall of Fame worthy? And I'm not saying he's first ballot, because that's the ultimate bug up the you-know-what for Hall of Fame selectors when you tell Andre Johnson he's not first ballot worthy.
T.O.,
But
Michael
at
Irvin,
some point, he will get in if he continues doing what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, if he has monster next 4 years.
He's done it. I mean, he's grown into it. And I do just want to put I do want to give Kupp a little bit more time before the end of the show on this subject matter. What else you got over there, Chris?
Speaking of wide receivers, play for the Rams. Odell, great start. First touchdown, a big catch. Odell was on his way to winning Super Bowl MVP.
I think so. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yes, he was. Oh, yeah, he sure was. 2 catches, 52 yards, and a score. He was unguardable. Yeah. He looked unguardable. He looked spry. He looked fast.
Good.
He was terrific. What a damn shame. But he's a Super Bowl champion, and he is he's got that ring forever, and it'll be hopefully he'll get back fast soon, and the Rams can get him. Could you imagine Kupp, him, Woods, all healthy and active?
Higbee.
With Higbee and the running backs, the
Akers
way that they
back
have,
fully healthy,
right, and Stafford,
Henderson.
right, and them keeping everyone protected. That is an absolute dynamo on offense. Donald, just stay where you are, Aaron. Don't go anywhere yet.
Oh, Rich, that leads me to my next one.
Yes.
The Rams are going to be back in the Super Bowl next year.
Wow, man.
Best team in the NFC.
I need to see how Les works his magic first. How does that sound?
Bring Von back.
And then there's another thing,
Bring
too, is
Odell
we
back.
got to get Breer. You know what? I need Breer back here. Breer put out there that McVay is, getting married, wants to think about his relationship, and, sees people with kids and family, and,
pull Gruden and just quit.
I don't know. No, it's a Madden. Madden won one.
That's
He just was the youngest head coach in the history of the Super Bowl to win it. And Madden was that. And then Madden said, 10 years is enough. Maybe 5-6 years is enough for McVay. I don't know. There's still a lot of moving parts. I'll just say that's an overreaction for the moment. What else, Chris?
Okay, a couple more. Finish this up here. Non-Super Bowl related. We've been talking about it all week. You touched on it a minute ago. Kyler Murray has played his last snap.
Oh, it's an
for the
overreaction.
Cardinals.
That's an overreaction. He's still under contract to him. And he's still under
He doesn't
contract.
want to play. He doesn't want to play.
Does he want to pull Deshaun Watson? Is that what he wants to do? Is that really
No, he's
what he
going
wants
to pull
to do?
James Harden.
Well, that's Deshaun Watson was pulling a James Harden before everything else started coming out
we
about
assume
Deshaun Watson.
that Kyler Murray doesn't have the off-field
No.
situation.
But I'm saying before the off-field stuff came to the fore,
and he was going to get
Watson
traded.
was pulling a Harden.
And Watson was going to get moved
Well,
before everything came out.
is that what he's going to do?
I mean, if Brady doesn't come back, you can't
honestly
see
don't
Kyler
know.
Murray on the Bucs.
I honestly don't know what's going on. I honestly don't know. No, if I'm Arizona, I would trade him to the next conference too. And then it'll be like, hey, man, DeAndre Hopkins. You've got D-Hop here.
I get it.
Honestly, how lucky was he? Because Larry Fitzgerald was leaving, and they had Christian Kirk and Andy Isabella for him.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's D-Hop and then A.J. Green added to that mix. And so he's got it really good there. The question is what's going on behind the scenes? And if he's miserable to be around and he's miserable about everything and he's making other people miserable, whatever Chris Mortensen's saying, then if he really wants to force his way out, I don't know how much better it's going to get. Now, I mean, you did see 2 guys change their addresses and win Super Bowls in a row. I just find it hard to believe. There's 2 years left on his deal, right? Because they're gonna pick up a 5th-year option.
Yeah, of course.
He wants to get signed right here and now. Who knows if he's gonna get the money? I don't know. I find that hard to believe. He's just gonna basically say, as a matter of fact, I'm out. I'm out entirely. And there's no skeletons here that's gonna derail my plan here, like what happened with Deshaun Watson. I'm out. I'm not coming. Don't talk to me anymore. Don't have the owner call. Don't even try. I'm out. Like, that's what it's going to take. That's what it's going to take. I don't think this is over by any stretch of the imagination that this thing can drag. But Aaron Rodgers looked as over as it possibly can be. And guess who showed up? You want to get paid or not?
Yeah.
That's it. The Cardinals hold some cards here. That's all I'm saying. What else, Chris?
All right, speaking of Rodgers, you saw him over the weekend at Honors. Russell Wilson looked pretty chummy sitting next to the commissioner last night. Those two guys are going to be back with their teams next season.
I kind of dig that one, yeah.
Feels like it. Packers saying they're going to go all in, quote.
Yeah.
Build a team around Aaron Rodgers for 22.
Yeah. I just still don't understand what Rodgers is thinking about. That he says he's going to make a decision sometime soon. A decision what? To say I want out and force it this time? Because they still have one more year left on him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he likes the guys. He's talking about them. He's hugging them all when I saw him out there at Honors.
His MVP speech, though, just sounded like a
good
goodbye.
farewell, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Who the hell knows?
Yeah.
But if I had to guess, yeah. If I had to guess, yes. That's it.
All right, and last one.
One more.
Speaking of who the hell knows, we've got 205 days until next NFL season.
Oh, damn it.
What do we do now? What do we do now?
That is not an overreaction.
I don't know. What do we do? Longest NFL season over. Now we got 7 months of offseason.
Well, it's 1 week closer than we normally would be, right? It's 1 week closer. Dude, Combine. What do we do now? Combine.
You start training?
It's the next 2 weekends that are that are the tough ones. But hey, we got the NBA All-Star game in Cleveland.
That's true.
I'm fully invested in the NBA, so I don't
All-Star
feel
game.
that at all.
The big Genesis tournament is here in LA this coming weekend.
Hey!
Everyone in the top 10 in the world golf rankings will be participating.
You going?
Probably not.
Okay. There you go.
I'm just saying, what do we do now?
Very good.
I'm going to hibernate.
There's no baseball. We're not going to have baseball anytime soon.
How about that?
I'm going to watch a whole lot of hoops.
That's true. A whole lot of
It's right. March Madness around the corner.
Man.
Wow,
New
yeah.
league year,
6
NFL
years.
new league year is now 5 weeks away. Not even, actually. By the way, new league year starts one month from Wednesday. So Rodgers says he's going to make his decision before then.
By then.
There's going to be so much to talk about.
Maybe Brady?
I don't know.
Is he going to decide?
Kyler Murray may TikTok something.
Love it.
I just said that with all seriousness.
Whatever happens, we'll be here to respond.
We will be here.
Okay.
Mike, I don't know where you'll be.
He has no idea. He's not paying attention right
I'm
now.
fixing my computer, people. I lost everything.
Do you need it? Do you need it for the next 26
if
minutes?
You guys want, I do. I know if you want me to play some music going out to break.
It's okay. You don't have to do it. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.